Hi, KJ. Are you ready for the interview?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I've already briefed you on the procedures earlier. So if you have any questions in between, feel free to stop me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the first question is, what does the LGBTQ plus stand for in the LGBTQ plus community?
Okay. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer,
Yeah,
plus.
yeah. Okay. So the next question is, are you close with anybody from the LGBTQ plus community? And if so, can you please describe your relationship with them?
I am close with one person, and not one. I mean, I am close with extremely close with one person, and the thing is, like, I can talk to her about anything and everything, and like, there's no judgment at all, and I really value that friendship with her.
Okay, that's nice. Okay. The next question. If someone comes out to you, how would you deal with the situation?
uh, I wouldn't make it a big thing. I would mostly be like, wow, that's wonderful that you felt comfortable talking to me about it. And I would welcome them because like it's an I wouldn't want to make it like I want the world to progress in such a way that it's a normal thing and that coming out is not a thing anymore. So I just make them feel welcome and not overwhelmed at all,
Mhm.
like a normal day.
Okay. The next question is, are you an ally of the community?
Yes, of course, because it would be counterintuitive if I wasn't.
Okay. So according to you, what is the meaning of an ally?
An ally, so if an ally is someone, okay, if you're looking at it if from a person who is not a part of the community, an ally is someone who just supports when their friends or close ones are in some sort of uh, they are some they are kind of put down upon, and they're almost there to like be there for them, being the person of privilege in that situation.
Right.
Just be there for them and not speak for them, but to be by their side supporting them whenever times arise.
Right. Okay. So are there any ways that you would actively contribute to the community in?
Have I contributed
Yeah.
actively to
Or
the
is there
community?
any ways that you would like to contribute to the community in?
I think I think at some point I would like to become more open to people about uh, being queer. I think that's like one thing I would like to do, even if it's not like even if I'm not fighting for something, it's more like visibility is important.
Right.
So so that's I think that's just very basic thing I would like to do.
Okay. So, what would be a response to a homophobic or transphobic comment?
My response to it,
Yeah.
it would be I think my response to any kind of bullying would be to act dumb and ask them to and ask them to just explain what they said and just stare at them and ask it to them again because I would act like I didn't get it. And I
Mhm.
think that's the best way to make them fumble.
Right. Okay. So, do you think that any members of this community are prejudiced against?
Who I know personally,
Or, like, why do you think the members of this community are prejudiced against?
because it's not the norm, yeah? Because we've whatever society does not see as normal or as normal, I'm putting in quotation marks, it's always pushed away. Like when the internet was first, like when the TV was first introduced, people were like, what is this? Just like that. Like even though I'm not saying that this is a new thing, I'm just saying it's gone more visible over the years, and it's just prejudice. It's like humans are not aware, they're not ready to accept just what is outside the norm, what has been put down our throats by a lot of generation, and it'll take time to get through it. And it's just the reaction of all that.
Mhm. You're right. So the next question that I have here is, what is your opinion of the representation of the LGBTQ plus community in the media?
I think it's improved a lot, to be honest. Like I think before there used to be a time where it used to be where there were movies or there were series where the main characteristic of the person was I'm coming out, and that used to be the entire point. But then, I mean, that's also nice. Like, to be honest, like the only reason I find it to be more comfortable to even admit to myself that I am, or even accepting that I feel a certain way to people of the same gender, is because of movies, because they've made it seem more accessible. So I think over the years it's like improved a lot. Like, we've seen these people as actual just regular people, so those people who even belong to like homophobic families or whatever, they have no excuse to be the same.
Right. Okay, so I have a last question. So, have you watched Ayushmann Khurrana's movies Shubh Mangal Zyada Savdhan or Chandigarh Kare Aashiki? And so it involves a storyline about members from the community, right? So, have you watched either of
I've
these?
seen the first one. I've seen Shubh Mangal Zyada Savdhan.
Okay, so what were your opinions about this film?
I thought it was a fun movie, dude. I thought it was a fun movie, and I know I am aware of the stuff against. Like, I am aware of what people have said against it, and I do get that. But when I watched it, if I'm talking about my whatever I felt about it, I thought it was a fun movie, and I actually watched it with my parents because I like my parents are little. I'm like a little scared of them. Like, when it comes to them, like they never talk about stuff like this. So I thought that I was I felt like this was the only way I could make them even like view something or even kind of talk about it with me present. So I watched it with them, and I found it like extremely funny. And my parents also, like, they watched the entire thing, and even though I don't think there was, I don't think we had like a serious conversation about it, but then it was more like bringing a visibility to them. And plus my brother watched it as well, so like, so it was like and plus it was a family movie, and I think that's what I liked about it, and it was funny. That's all.
Okay, thank you
I'm
so much.
I but
Right.
again, I'm aware of what people have said against it, and I agree with that as well. Like, a person speaking up, who's not part of the community, I get it, but this was what I felt when I watched it.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you so much for your answers and for taking time out for this interview. If you have any questions later on about any of the answers or where this will be later processed as, feel free to contact me anytime.
All right, thank you so much.